Hello YouTube! It's been a while since I uploaded, and in today's video you'll see how I'm slowly getting back into spearfishing. The sea temperature was around 12 to 14 degrees Celsius and the weather was mixed, which is a standard for spring in Croatia. I started with shallow sneaking and I saw a lot of small fish, which always gives hope that there is a predator in the area. The visibility varied from very murky to pretty solid in some areas. I thought my breath hold would suffer from a few months of pause, but in reality it didn't, at least not much. I work out at least 3 times a week, so that for sure helps with apnea capabilities. There were no valid fish in sight, so I moved on. Found this fresh fishing line tangled between the rocks at the bottom, so I removed it from the sea. I was pulling myself through the shallows where visibility was bad and I spooked the shoal of salpas, so they kinda escaped and circled back perfectly, but I still managed to miss the big one. Then they escaped for real. After about 5 minutes I came across another shoal, but this time I managed to hit one. Of course, cleaning them up immediately is crucial or they'll taste like ass. Came across this floating plastic cup and took it out. Some more shallow sneaking action, and even in this bad visibility I saw salpas shining, so I slowly approached them. The perfect weight distribution, or balance if you will, is crucial here, and the sun behind my back was just a final nail in the coffin of this salpa. The hit was a bit low and the shaft got stuck, so I had to actively release tension with the nylon to prevent the fish from tearing off. It went into this hole, which is perfect because even if it tore off it would stay in there, but it didn't and it was all fine. Of course, dispatching the catch immediately is a must to prevent suffering and contain the highest possible meat quality. When I cleaned it up, another shoal of salpas came to me with a sea bass, and all I could do was escort them into the blue with my eyes. The spear gun was still floating around unloaded, so I reloaded it and ambushed about 20 meters away in the direction they went. Despite ambushing and calling, nothing came, so that's the point I'm always making in my videos. If you're shooting salpas in the shallows, the noise the landing shaft makes on the bottom will in many cases attract sea basses in the area. Found this beer can and picked it up as always. I was checking holes without a gun, and this one was full of gilthead sea breams, so I even tried to grab one with my hand. A minute later, when I grabbed my gun and torch, the hole was completely empty, which teaches us all another important lesson. Don't bother checking holes if your gun is not in your hand ready to shoot. I returned into the murky shallows and this mullet came by perfectly, so I shot it. I always make sure to have full control over the shaft and nylon to prevent losing the fish. Mullets are also ground-fed fish, so it's also important to remove their guts immediately. I tend to gut all of the fish right away because it saves time with cleaning afterwards and ensures the best possible meat taste. About 10 meters further, another bigger mullet came by, but this time I missed. It even circled back like them or sea basses usually do to check which moron missed it. The catch was already looking okay and I wasn't cold, so I decided I'll continue. The overcast of clouds came, and that means the already murky shallows will now lack sunlight and have even worse visibility. Found some more squidlers to add to my collection. It's actually a way shore rod fishermen pay me to remove their trash, as each of those lures costs like 10 euros. I saw this salpa behind the rock, so I quickly turned on my camera and shot it. The hit was pretty solid, which is very important or they'll tear off easily. It already pulled out most of its guts, so I just had to finish it up. The shoal of golden mullets came when I was loading the spear gun, but they knew what's up and just escaped into the blue. Also, I would highly avoid buying the Salvimar Crypsis gloves because I've been using them for 3 months now and they've completely fallen apart, which shouldn't happen for that price. Found a couple of beer cans laying close on the bottom, and there are usually boats anchored here, so some dipshit probably threw them all into the sea. I decided I'll check some holes for scorpion fish. This was at about 15 meters of depth and this hole was completely empty. I always check it from all sides, but it didn't help this time. Another hole that usually has conger eel inside was also empty. The only thing inside was this peacock wrasse, which is okay for making a soup, but I don't catch them, and there was nothing else inside. Another beer can found and picked up from the sea. I did a combination of sneaking an ambush and the shoal of mullets started approaching, but then detected me and went the other way. They noticed me because I was facing the sun and the mass glare gave me off. Finally, when I was in the shallows, this sea bass came and I froze in place, kinda just floating there. It slowly started swimming away, so I knew it's now or never and I took the shot. The hit was perfect and also pretty long, I'd say 4 meters for sure. It wasn't the sea bass that earlier escaped with salpas, but who cares, I was really happy with this catch. The line was filled with fish and the day was ending, so it was time to head home and prepare dinner. The dinner and dessert were delicious, so I hope we'll repeat that soon. I've returned the fish remains into the sea the next day, as I always do, to complete the natural cycle. That's all for today's video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe, as it helps the algorithm and ensures you won't miss out on the future content. Thanks for watching and stay safe while diving.